remember at one point that my chief engineer came to me and he said, one of the ways we'll grow is by putting new applications on your cell phones. And he said, I have a great idea, and it is to be able to type messages on your phone. And I said, you're crazy. I said, there is nobody that is going to want to type messages on their phone. He said, I think you're wrong. Dick Lynch was his name, and Dick became a great friend and just a wonderful chief engineer. And he said, well, I think you're missing a point, and I can work a deal with our suppliers, our manufacturers, and I'd like to come up with something. And I said, no. I said, I'm not spending another nickel on typing on your phone. He said, okay. And he came to me about 6 months later, and he said, this idea that I talked to you about is called SMS, Short Messaging Service, text messaging today. He said, we have it ready to go. And I remember looking at Dick and saying, you didn't spend a nickel on this. He said, no, our suppliers did. They were committed to doing this, and they kept me in the loop on this. He explained the technical way that this thing worked, but it was going way over my head because I was so adamant that text messaging was never going to amount to anything at all. He said, I'd like to show you how it works. And he took out his phone and he sent me a message. It was something crazy like, hello, how are you? And I look on my phone and sure enough, I've got this, hello, how are you? And I said, what am I supposed to do with this? And he said, just support it and you will see that this will grow. This will be a very significant new service that we will offer. Sure enough, it became what is today text messaging. But it grew into picture messaging, it grew into music on your phone, and I was bound and determined not to let this happen, and look where we are today. I mean, it was just a phenomenal growth opportunity that this guy said wouldn't work.